And I'm Kathy, and you're watching the 75th episode of Riptide. Signing off for the first and last time, I'm Catherine Padilla.
Good afternoon, Bud. Today is Friday, September 18th. I'm Eric.
Reporting for Riptide, I'm Alex. Oh, Eric Penade.
Do you have enough homework? Yeah, I do. I'll give it to you during lunch. So do you think he's going to ask you?
Reporting for Riptide, I'm Brianna Powell.
It's a bigger comeback than Adele and Justin Bieber combined. Puns with Dan is back.
Signing off for the last time, I'm Puns with Dan.
And I'm Sam, and you're watching Riptide.
For the final time, reporting for Riptide, I'm Samantha Moffett. Coming up on this week's episode of Riptide,
Seniors take part in the traditional capping ceremony.
some athletes signed to the college of their dreams.
And Riptide seniors say their final farewell.
Good afternoon, Bucks. Today is Friday, June 2nd, 2016. I'm Sam.
And I'm Dan, and you're watching the 83rd episode of Riptide.
Every year, one of the most anticipated events for the seniors is the capping ceremony.
This event makes the class of 2016 feel that much closer to graduation.
Imagine a large room full of hundreds of people with tears of joy in their eyes, all rooting for someone who spent their last 4 years dedicated to getting their high school diploma. And with great dedication comes hard work, and all of that paid off in a night like this, a night where seniors chose that special person to cap them, making them official graduates.
Capping ceremony they have always done here at South 8 Senior High School, but then there was a period of time that they stopped because we found some stuff from like 1965 and they were doing it back then. So it's something that Miss Ruffin brought back many years ago, and it's a cool time for the students to plan a ceremony that's about them and who they want to hear from, the gift that they want to leave to the school. It's a time that we look at them as potential graduates until that point. Once they put that cap on, they become actual graduates. So it's kind of a coming of age ceremony.
Each student had a different perspective on why they thought it was important to have capping ceremony.
I think it's important because someone memorable to you gets to put the cap on you, and it's just a very important moment to signify that you're going to graduate already. You made it, so yeah.
It means that it gives other family members who aren't able to make it to graduation the opportunity to have this experience with their family members.
I think it's important because it's kind of like a pre-graduation. You get a feel for it. The parents get to be more involved. And it's really fun. I'm really glad I came.
Different reasons were brought up on why they chose a special person to cap them.
I chose my mom because she's very important to me. She's been there all along. So she was the best person to pick.
I chose my mom because she was actually the motivator throughout those 4 years of high school. So thanks, Mom.
My mom capped me because she's been here for me since day one, and she's the reason I'm graduating. She kept pushing me, and she means more to me than anything else.
I chose my sister because it's sort of hard trying to choose one of your parents. That's sort of favoritism. And my sister, she's actually she's my role model, honestly, and she means so much to me, and sometimes I feel like I forget to tell her that.
As the end of the ceremony symbolized the end of high school, a sudden rush of realization passed over these seniors, making them realize that they've done it. The beginning of the end has started. Reporting for Riptide, I'm Raul Ponce.
My name is Daniel Rodriguez, and I started TV production in my sophomore year.
My name is Samantha Moffett, and I started TV production as a sophomore.
My name is Catherine Padilla. People call me Kathy, as usual. And I started TV production my sophomore year.
My name is Brianna Powell, and I started TV production when I was a junior.
My name is Eric Penade, and I might have started TV production freshman year. But I would like to say I actually really started middle of sophomore year when I met Seeker and you guys.
So for me, Riptide, the show, was obviously like my baby. It was something that I worked on every week, and I mentored other people, people mentored me, and it was just my baby. But as far as the family, like it really is a family. I've made friendships in Riptide that I haven't made ever like that before.
I think for me, like Riptide interior production is an escape. You know, like ever since the beginning of high school, since when I first moved down here in Florida, I've been just kind of sick of school because I haven't really felt like I fit in like completely. So I find Riptide interior production to be like an escape from like all the ridiculousness that goes on in high school and like all the complete crap that goes on. I think it's just an escape for me to just do what I love the most.
When I started here, I knew what Riptide was. I mean, I was in the class. I saw like the people in the club like come to the class and talk to Seeker, talk about what's coming up on this week's Riptide. And I didn't really get into Riptide till the beginning of my senior year when I was like, oh, I want to, you know, like actually be in the club, like actually be somebody in the school, like that one person that people look around and they're like, oh, there's a girl with a camera again.
Honestly, it wasn't about the show for me. It was about the people that I met through this program.
I came to South Dade, you know, for personal reasons, and just happened to be, I met Seeker, I met a good family that actually wanted to work together and actually put in our ideas, and it was amazing. Like, I think that's exactly what guided me into, that drifted me into TV production, because I wasn't really like too much into it until I got here.
For many athletes, playing their sport at the college level is a dream.
For some, on Tuesday, those dreams became a reality. Brianna was there with the story.
The last week of high school was made special for a group of student athletes who signed to play a sport at the next level. Each athlete was introduced by a personal speech from their coach and are then given the opportunity to share a few words and reveal the school they will be attending. At the end of the event, the students signed their official allegiance to their new school.
Really just loving the game. I fell in love with the sport when I was 11. My parents made me, work hard. They supported me. They were always there for me. Being able to play the sport is a true blessing. I never want to stop, and I'm happy that I'm going to be able to play it in New York. It's going to be amazing, and I'm very excited.
I feel like it was no choice, I always wanted to play soccer since I was like 7. So all these years I've been training and practicing, so I had no choice. It was either way. I had to play soccer. It's my favorite sport.
This signing day event saw more female athletes than usual. We got to hear of the things that some of these Lady Bucks had to overcome.
I had to go through a lot. Conditioning, like wrestling is probably like one of the hardest sports I've ever done. It's long hours of practice, sweating, running, just cutting weight, and just drilling and drilling and drilling. And I think that for girls it's really intimidating to join wrestling. And it was definitely hard for me just because I wrestle a heavier weight class. I don't wrestle 120, I wrestle 220. So it's definitely made it harder because I wrestle 200-pound boys rather than 100-pound boys. So it definitely made it difficult. But I'm glad I was able to overcome it and get to the point where I'm at now.
I've had to overcome a lot of my emotions and just never giving up and always believing in God and just keeping faith.
Behind every great athlete are people such as coaches or parents who helped push them.
Well, I think any coach's biggest thrill is to see a young man from your program go on and do well at the next level. Knowing what goes into it, all the hard work and hours to see it come to fruition, it's any coach's biggest thrill.
It's huge. It's victory. I've watched her since she was 6 years old. I've coached some of her teams, and from the beginning of club ball, the sweat, the bruises, the tears, the laughter, and to be here at this point, this is what she wanted, and it's overjoyous. Words are indescribable.
It's really rewarding. Brianna's come a long way. I didn't know, she wanted to do wrestling, and as a girl, it's pretty tough, but she stuck it through, and This is just a very rewarding time. She gets to go to college for wrestling, and I'm very proud of her. We're all very proud of her, and we just want her to do really well in college.
South Dade has high expectations for these student athletes as they represent our school as Buccaneers at the next level. Reporting for Riptide, I'm Brianna Guzman.
Question of what are you going to miss the most is something that I've thought over in my head a million times. But honestly, I think just the connections I've made with people and the friendships that I've made, and because, you know, you meet people in high school and as you go on, you know, you might separate from those people. But I know that there's people that I've met through Riptide that I will be in contact with forever, because the relationships that I've made with people are so beautiful and amazing, and I've met so many amazing people. And I think what I'm going to miss the most is just the family, like, feeling that I get from all of them. Like I said before, like, coming into a room and being happy to be there, you know, whether you're stressed out about other things. Once I got with that family, you know, it was okay that I was stressed out about TV production. It was okay that I was stressed out about, you know, newspaper, because I was with people that I loved and people that loved me. And I think I'm just going to miss the people and the relationships.
Growing up, I had trouble keeping friends and making friends because I was always bullied. I was always made fun of. And I've never really had, like, a family outside my blood family. So I guess when I, like, met you guys, I wasn't really expecting Riptide to be my family. But, like, as I grew closer to you guys have really been, like, part of my growth, a big part of my growth, a big part of, you know, who I became as a person and who I want to become. Because, you know, like, a family is there to make you be better. And, you know, there's breaker moments and there's happy moments and there's neutral moments. But, like, a family, that's what a family is. Like, we're all together. Like, you know, at the end of the day, after a big fight, we'll all still be together. We'll all get together in Seekers during lunch, and we'll all just tell jokes and start roasting each other. And, like, I never thought I'd have a family in school. So it's nice. And I think I'm going to miss that.
Coming into Seeker's room and just seeing people, like, around his desk, like, talking about what's going to be on this week's episode of Riptide, and arguing with him, like, is this and this done? I guess, like, the debates we have, what we talk about, and the people, like, as much as I don't like admitting it or even talking about it, it's just, like, the people that I met and created memories with this year, it's going to be a big difference, I guess, and not seeing them 5 days a week from 7:20 to 2:20. And
I'll miss, like, just the fact that, like, I can come somewhere and, like, eat my lunch and just, like, relax. And
Definitely, what I'll miss the most is just sitting in the class with you guys. Number two, what I'll miss the most is States. States was fun. When I went the first year, I was sure that I wanted to go with you guys, but not too much. I didn't know at all what I was going to go do. And just the fact that I was with you guys and having a blast, and that's one of the best experiences I had at all high school. So there's that, and just coming to school and actually wanting to come because of Seeker's class, because of TV production. Like, yeah.
That's all for this year, Bucks.
We hope you enjoyed our 83rd episode of Riptide. If you'd like to watch any previous episodes of Riptide, check out our YouTube channel at South Dade Buck TV. Signing off for the last time, I'm Samantha.
Signing off for the last time, I'm Dan. Have a great summer.